this is TJR. If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. If not, welcome back. Last weekend, I posted a video review of the recent CD release, The Doors, Live from the Matrix, 1967, the original masters. I received my copy of this CD late Friday afternoon, and I posted the video on Sunday morning. The video was slightly over 6 minutes in length. And as scripted videos go, I considered it to be a fairly fast video to make. So how long do you think it took me to make this 6-minute video? When the CD arrived at my doorstep on Friday, September 15th, I hadn't yet decided if in fact I was even going to post a review on the channel. I had some inkling that I might, but the decision to actually make the video would depend on my reaction after hearing it. So Friday evening, I began listening. After listening to the first disc, I knew that I would in fact want to post a review on the channel. Superfan and I did have some plans for the evening, so I decided I would have to resume listening to the rest of the album on Saturday morning. Saturday, I got up at around 8 a.m. The morning did require some routine chores like starting my laundry and stuff like that. I listened while I did some of those things and also began to make some preliminary notes based on the information in the booklet that came with the CD, which I also read that same morning. It is hard to determine how much actual work time was involved since I multitasked through some of it. My work, however, was interrupted by the fact that I had an 11 a.m. pre-scheduled appointment to get a shingles vaccine. My healthcare provider had been advising that I do this for quite some time now, and earlier in the week I had made up my mind that I just put this off for way too long and scheduled the appointment so that I could just walk in and out and be on my way. Even still, you do have to drive up there, you do have to check in, you do have to wait a little bit for your time, and then of course you have to drive home. So when I got home, I made some lunch. And while I ate, I made some more notes on the album and the history of it and what I was going to talk about. And I read as much as I could online about the release. I also looked to see if I might get any insight from anyone else's YouTube videos that may have already posted a review on it. This was maybe an hour or so, maybe an hour and a half, I don't know. But again, I was multitasking through all of this. Then I began to feel very tired. I had been advised that I might feel worn out or very tired after taking a shingles vaccine. It was an after effect you might feel. So I decided that I should probably take a nap. After waking up, I reorganized my notes. What this does is it results in the creation of a script that I will follow for the actual video shoot. In this case, it was a combination of fully written paragraphs, sentences, and bullet point notes that leave room for some improvisation. By the way, pretty much all my videos are scripted to one degree or another. The videos I shoot with Robert are not scripted, but both of us do have our own set of bullet point notes that we use to help keep our conversations on track. The videos that I shoot on the couch with Superfan are completely unscripted. So then I set up my backdrop to film the video like the one you see here. And I decided that I wanted to begin the video by reading a quote directly from the booklet that came with the CD. Before I shot this, I actually read it out loud 4 times in a row before actually trying to do a take in front of the camera. And I'm glad that I did because there's a big difference between reading something silently in your head and actually saying it out loud. Because of this pre-preparation, I only had to reshoot that part of the video 1 time. Now, even though the length of the video that I shot was only 6 minutes, I had, at the end of my shoot, about 20 minutes of video footage. Again, this is because there's a big difference between writing something and saying the same thing out loud. At one point, I had flubbed the same pre-written paragraph so many times that I realized the problem was not in my delivery. The problem was in my writing. So I stopped the shoot and I completely rewrote the paragraph until it read better. So with flubs and retakes, I had 20 minutes of footage. This part was maybe an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours worth of work. At this point, I stepped away. Superfan and I had some dinner and we watched a movie. Then I went back to my desk and sat down with that 20 minutes of footage, edited it down to the 6-minute video that I posted last week. While I'm editing, of course, I'm going to add some external video cutaway elements. I also had to make a thumbnail for the video too. Making thumbnails, sometimes that's like a 10-minute thing, sometimes it's a 30-minute thing. It just depends. But all in all, that second half after dinner and after the movie was probably about 1.5 to 2 hours. So between chores and other daily routines, a trip to my medical provider's office, and spending time with Superfan, I managed to get the whole video written, filmed, and edited in one day. And I consider that to be pretty fast. By way of comparison, I recently just finished a script for a track-by-track analysis of the Rolling Stones album Beggar's Banquet. It took me about 2 weeks to write it. Also, please bear in mind that I rarely have the luxury of writing, shooting, and then editing a video straight through. While I'm writing one video, I'm usually involved in editing another video or maybe shooting one with Robert. My recent video about the Yellow Submarine motion picture took 3 weeks from beginning to finish. And in between all of that, I was of course also working on other videos too. Understand that I do have to work a day job. I do have a life that needs to keep moving. And I have to write these types of things in stops and starts throughout the week as time permits. I would love to do this channel full time, but there isn't enough ad revenue or patron support yet to make this possible. So anything you can do to help support the channel is greatly appreciated. And you don't have to be a patron supporter to help support the channel, but it does help. But you can do other things too. You can leave a one-time super thanks if you like. You can also click like, click subscribe. And also just sharing the video with anyone you think might be interested. It doesn't cost you a thing and it helps a great deal. And I really, really, really do appreciate it. The Doors Live at the Matrix CD review video was completed in one day. I may have throughout that day shifted gears and put a little time into another video that's already in production. I may have broken a few times to practice my piano, something that I try to do throughout the day. But all in all, I think that video was put together pretty damn fast. Making videos on YouTube is fun, it's rewarding, but it is not without its challenges. This is TJR. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye. At one point, I had flubbed the same paragraph so many times that I realized the problem was not in my delivery, and that I had to stop the video and shoot completely. At one point, I had flubbed the same paragraph so many times that I realized the problem wasn't my delivery, it was my writing. I had to stop. 3, 2, 1. Now, even though the length of the video that I posted was only 6 minutes, okay, partners, get ready for the sequel. The how long did it take to make the how long did it take? 3, 2, 1. Okay, partners, get ready for the sequel. The how long did it take to make the how long did it take to make a 6-minute video? Just kidding.